5929.
You are listening to the show that is all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. You're listening to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. We've been talking a lot about jobs, talking a lot about entrepreneurship, talking a lot about innovation, and that's why we have our good friend Cameron Smith of the Bennett Day School on the phone with us. Cameron, thanks for joining us on Get Down to Business.
Hi, Shalom. How are you?
Fantastic. Cameron, so you and I actually met a few years ago. We were both, I think, in the inaugural cohort of the JUF, the Jewish Federation 36 under 36. And apparently ever since then, you haven't stopped making a difference in the Chicagoland entrepreneurial community. So congrats on that.
Well, thank you very much.
So Cameron, tell us a little bit about the Bennett Day School.
Sure. Bennett Day School is the only pre-K to 8 independent private school in the Chicago area founded on the Reggio Emilia approach to learning, which is a collaborative approach to learning. So our faculty co-research with kids and change the educational experience for them based on what they're really interested in.
So, Cameron, can I ask you a rather strange question? How did you end up coming up with this? Most entrepreneurs start a business; they decide to start manufacturing widgets, and you decide to develop and grow a day school. What's the story behind this?
Yeah, good question. Well, it really comes from being a dad, and my first son was born around the time that you and I met, not too long before that, and I started to research school and educational options for my family, and it was really like alphabet soup at the time. I had learned about different options called Waldorf and Montessori and play-based, international baccalaureate education, and I learned about Reggio Emilia also not only as a father, but also as an investor. My prior life is a private equity investor in education and healthcare companies, and I really became enamored with this approach. It's really what I think is needed going forward. It's really about creativity and innovation, being comfortable with failure, being able to iterate. It's much more like the real world than anything else I'd ever seen. So I left my prior career behind and said, I've just got to create a school for my family and others like mine in Chicago.
Good for you. And right now, the Bennett Day School offers classes for what grades?
So right now we have classes up through senior kindergarten for 2-year-olds through senior kindergarten. So right now it's admissions time for parents who have kids who will be 3 to 6 years old by next September 1 for the 15-16 school year. And we open a new grade every year as we go. Our first early childhood campus is open at 657 West Fulton. That's downtown, just east of Halstead by Carnival Restaurant. And then we're outgrowing that, so we're opening a newer, or larger campus, rather, at 955 West Grand at Grand and Morgan.
And according to that plan, I believe in 2020, which is just a few years away, you're going to be up to middle school.
That's right. So we just open a new grade each year as we go. So we have our space, we utilize that, and then we'll have middle school by 2020 when the kids who are going to first grade next year will be ready for that in their educational experience.
And your background is not in education, but it sounds like you've got a great team in place that is involved, principal and people involved in the academics. Tell us a little bit about putting together a team, a quality team that's helped you get to this point and hopefully will be able to get you to that point of opening up middle school in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was part of the journey, was finding great people to start Bennett Day School with. So Kate Cicchelli is our principal and chief academic officer. She's formerly of Francis Parker. I remember visiting her classroom, and she was teaching kids about how land was divided in ancient civilization, but meanwhile it was a lesson about fractions, and that's really the immersive kind of experience I was looking for to teach kids in the context of something they're interested in. Forming a board was part and parcel as well. Folks like Gail Ward, who is the founder of Walter Payton High School, has been an invaluable advisor and resource for us as we put together a brand new school in the city.
Fantastic. You're doing amazing, amazing stuff, helping both your family, and that's obviously every entrepreneur has a story behind their journey, but also, I believe, making a really, really valuable impact for families and for, frankly, the whole Chicagoland business professional family community that we're all sort of so closely partnered in trying to make a difference. So I know that 36 under 36 cohort was only the first of many accolades and awards that I'm sure Cameron Smith of Bennett Day School will be receiving. So we'll continue to follow your progress. But Cameron, how can people learn more about the work that you're doing and find out more about that admissions process that's beginning right now for next year?
Sure. It's beginning right now. The deadline is actually December 8th. And for folks who would like to learn more, they can visit BennettDay.org. So that's with 2 N's and 2 T's and D-A-Y, like days of the week. So BennettDay.org. They can reach us by calling 312-BENNETT as well. We have a couple upcoming events. For example, there's a school tour this Tuesday morning at 9. We have a wonderful panel on November 6th with Frances Judd in the evening at 6 o'clock. She's an expert in robotics and coding and applying that to education. And there are a couple other great events in our calendar. So we look forward to meeting parents and sharing what Bennett Day School is all about with them.
BennettDay.org. Cameron Smith, thanks for joining us on the air. We'll continue to follow your progress as an entrepreneur. We appreciate your advice that you're sharing with our listeners today. Don't touch that dial after the break. We're going to be talking with Dr. Dean Bell, who's going to be telling us about an upcoming program at the Spertus Institute for Jewish Learning and Leadership downtown coming up in just 1 week. You won't want to miss that. We're going to be talking with him in just a moment. Once again, you're listening to the show that is all about small business, entrepreneurship, and jobs. You're listening to Get Down to Business on AM 560. The Answer. You could call us with your questions, 312-642-5600. You're listening to Get Down to Business. After the break, Dr. Dean Bell from Spertus Institute.